Today's story is Noah's Ark, the Great Flood. A long time ago, the world was filled with people, but most of them had turned away from God. Their hearts were full of evil, violence, and selfishness. God was grieved, for this was not how he created the world to be. But among the darkness, one man stood out. His name was Noah. He was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. God said to Noah, "The earth is filled with wickedness. I am going to send a flood to destroy everything. But you, Noah, you have found favor in my eyes. Build an ark and prepare to save your family and the animals of the earth." The ark God gave Noah very specific instructions. The ark was to be 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. It had to be made of cypress wood and coated with pitch inside and out to make it waterproof. It would have 3 decks, a door, and a window. Noah didn't argue or delay. He began building the ark. Even though there was no sign of rain, people mocked him, laughed at him, and called him crazy. But Noah obeyed. Then God told Noah to bring 2 of every kind of animal, male and female, so they could survive and repopulate the earth. 7 pairs of clean animals, those suitable for sacrifices and food. Food for his family and the animals. When everything was ready, Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives entered the ark. Then the animals came, lions and lambs, eagles and elephants, rabbits and rhinos, every kind of creature. And then the flood begins. God shut the door of the ark. Then the skies opened and rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. The fountains of the deep burst open. Rivers overflowed. Mountains disappeared beneath rising waves. Everything that lived on land perished, except those safe inside the ark. The floodwaters covered the earth for 150 days, but God had not forgotten Noah. A new beginning. God sent a wind over the earth, and the waters slowly began to go down. The ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. After several months, Noah sent out a raven, then a dove, to see if the land had dried. The dove returned with a fresh olive leaf, a sign of life. Finally, God told Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your family and all the animals. Be fruitful and multiply on the earth." Noah built an altar and offered a sacrifice to thank God. The Lord was pleased, and he made a promise, a covenant. God said, "Never again will I destroy all life with a flood." As a sign of this promise, God placed a rainbow in the sky, a beautiful symbol of his faithfulness and mercy. Lesson: obedience to God, even when it doesn't make sense to others, brings protection and purpose. Noah trusted God, and through that faith, he and all life were saved. The story also reminds us of God's justice, but even more, his grace and desire to start anew with us.